a common conversation that gets brought to us all the time. My yard was looking really, really good in the fall and spring. And we're getting this call in like June and July. Like, it's just not looking very good right now. Like, and we always ask, well, how bad is it? Like, it's almost gone. And our mind starts sticking. They're probably talking about lawn fungus. And specifically our tall fescue yards, the dark green ones that typically stay green year round. These are the calls we get in the summer. Fungus is a real inevitable thing. And I don't think that our homeowners that don't work with us have a lot of hope. But the ones that do, we actually have some strategies for them in the summer that they can actually have a really good fescue yard in the summer. But kind of dive a little bit deeper about preventative fungicides, what fungicides means, what fungus is on fescue, and how relevant that is to our area.
Great question. A lot of times you hear the word fungus and you immediately think mushrooms. We refer to fungus in the form of disease. So our fescue yards here in the South, they're not the biggest fans of heat. What do we have in the summer here in the South? We have a lot of heat, a lot of moisture. That moisture either from the humidity or because it's hot, we're watering our lawns a lot more. So lawn fungus prevention is a product or a program that's going to help try to reduce the risk of our lawns getting disease. It does not, unfortunately, 100% eliminate that option. It's just going to vastly reduce, I guess we should say. So our fescue lawns, we put 5 treatments of lawn fungus prevention on those starting in the early summer to start that protection buildup. They're going to also have some micronutrients in that application. It's going to give it just a little bit more like a boost, and it's going to help prevent it from getting attacked by that disease.
Yeah, I think if you had a fescue yard for any amount of time, you really consider the summertime hopeless. And so there's the application component that we fill a big void with being timely with your preventions. When it comes to fungus specifically. Fungus is the number one killer for fescue yards in the summer. So if you're not preventing it, you're going to get it to some extent. It's just a matter of how bad. So our philosophy is, hey, get ahead of the curve. So before temperatures start consistently getting above 70 degrees at night is that target window that we shoot for. And then we layer our fungus program almost monthly on the dot until we get past that window. And so, yes, you hit it around the head. We're just reducing the risk. We're trying to give the fescue a best shot of not catching that disease that's inevitable throughout the summer. And then there's the homeowner side. You think, it's hot, my yard's thirsty, I need to give it some water. And so we see our homeowners too often having the wrong expectation about watering their yards. So I think plainly said, watering too often and at the wrong time can be as detrimental or worse than if you never watered it at all.
Yeah, if you water at the wrong time, if you're watering in the middle of the day and scorching what it's trying to accomplish, or you aren't watering at a point where the yard can get dried out. So we just kind of talk about nature. When the dew settles in the morning and the sun burns that off naturally. And so anytime you can water before the sun comes up so that yard has a moment to get dried out, it's really going to help benefit that. I'm kind of talking about fungus. It's not a matter of if you're going to get it, it's when here in the South.
Absolutely. And watering habits, moisture, high heat, fungus prevention, all those things wrapped into one create a healthier yard. So it's not, if I'm on fungus prevention, I can have bad watering habits. Or if I'm watering well, everything's going to be okay. So they go hand in hand. And I think a benefit of getting on a program like a fungus prevention program for a tall fescue yard early on actually sets the stage for the whole year, because we know as well as anybody, as soon as you start to get the lawn disease, there's no growing it back. Our type of tall fescue here doesn't just self-regenerate on its own. It doesn't typically self-seed on its own. If the stalks get damaged and die, they don't come back. And so you're left with a 3 to 4 month gap before you get to the fall, and it's looking rough. It's looking really rough. And so we've helped that yard repair itself through disease prevention and getting to a place where it's as healthy as it can be. But it's a combination of all of them. You can't just do one or the other and expect to have good results. And if you wait too late to start, there's no amount of curative treatments or amounts of fungicide or fungus prevention programs that you can have to kind of counteract those results. And so you can end up using more chemicals. It can be more costly. And then you're probably getting to the fall, end up having to put down more seed.
Costly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to spend the money. Let's spend the money and have a nice looking lawn through the summer. Do the protection. Reactive in this approach is not really a solution. Like you said, once it's gone, it's gone. And it's unfortunate. And we hate that for our homeowners.
We have a mentality. This is not the Bible, and it can sound harsh, but we're like, we'd almost rather not take on a yard at all, like no lawn care, anything, unless they're on a fungus prevention when it comes to tall fescue. If your tall fescue is not on a fungus prevention, it's going to look rough for several months throughout the summer, and there's just no coming back until the fall. And so we prefer to take on yards, at least to have the mentality, hey, I'm trying to have the best yard I can all year round. That's what we're encouraging you to do, is things like lawn fungus prevention.
Great point.